Hi, I'm Merch. Last season, I was the #1 TDM player in the world. Here's how I did it. Okay, so before we get started, this video is going to be much less about video game mechanics and more about the mindset that I believe it truly took for me to make it to the #1 kill leader position. I will certainly touch on my weapons, loadouts, and playstyle, but I genuinely think those are not nearly as important as the mental side of things. With that being said, I'm about to start off with what I think is the most important, and that is going to be playtime. To put it bluntly, this grind takes time. As far as the players who made it to the top 10 last season goes, I don't believe a single one of them was averaging less than 6 hours per play day when they actually played the game. I personally played anywhere between 6 to 10 hours a day on average, and that resulted with me ending the season with 34,000 kills on the dot. Now that we have some numbers, let's go into a little breakdown of what that actually looks like over the course of a season. So with a 90-day season, 34,000 kills is going to equal 377 kills per day, or 47 kills per hour based on an 8-hour gaming session. That equates to about 15 kills per game if we really break it down on a technical side of things. However, believe it or not, I actually touched a little bit of grass this season. Yes, just a little bit between work and life. So my season actually looked more like an 80-day season. With that being said, this is really what it would look like for me. It came out to about 425 kills per day, or 53 kills per hour, again based on an 8-hour session, or 17 kills per game. If you're still here watching, you either think I'm crazy, or you truly believe you could do this too. And I think both of those statements are true. But if you really want to commit to a top 10 grind, or even a first place grind, there are a few more things you need to know. As I mentioned, I did touch a little bit of grass, both at my job and in life. Some really good practices on this grind would absolutely be to find some sort of physical activity, whether that be going to the gym or going on walks. It is really important to get away from the game, just as much as it is important to be on the game for those hours you need to put in. If you don't want to do some physical activity, which I really think you should, find other hobbies as well. Do not let this become the only thing you do. It is quite literally the definition of brain rot. You're just playing a kill-based mode with zero objective for 8 hours a day. Trust me, guys. Trust me. Take care of yourself. Maybe have a support system, a group of friends that you could just talk to stuff about. It is really important and a very underrated aspect of this grind. Something that I didn't personally utilize the best of my ability, which is why I'm preaching it to you like this and why I feel it is so important for you to do as well. A few other things would be not to really stress out about the low kill games. Look, obviously a low kill game is going to feel like crap, but at the end of the day, it still counts towards your leaderboard. And also, you're probably just putting in more work than most of these players anyway. I do not think I averaged the most kills per game on this leaderboard, but thankfully, that's not what it's really about. If you're starting to feel a little bit burned out, switch up the class, do something fun, do something you enjoy, even if it's in the game and you don't want to get off. Shout out to Ozzy Juni for making it into the top 10 this season of TDM with the flamethrower, doing it absolutely his way. As far as my playstyle, it was arguably the most unique and frankly didn't work for a while, nor would I consider it the best or really recommend somebody else try it to play this way. And that essentially just meant that I was pushing every single life, absolutely holding the W key. My goal every single life was to get 1 kill, so I pushed and pushed. I didn't care how many enemies there were, I didn't care if I died. It's TDM. You respawn. This is a kill race, not a KD race. If I was running in the open to where I thought enemies would be and got shot at, I'd stop and shoot back. I did not retreat. Essentially, my playstyle was the embodiment of an ego challenge human montage. Surprisingly, my KD actually went up this season. However, I don't think this is really the method to follow if you're looking to improve your kill-death ratio. You can mold your kit to work however you want, whether that be taking height and shooting everything from far away, hunkering up and camping, or rolling with your entire team. Every single one of those playstyles made their way into the top 10 last season. Okay, now the nitty gritty. What you guys probably want to see, even though I keep saying it is not the most important thing, the loadouts I ran this season. They kind of changed every single month, so I'm just going to break it down like that. The first month of the season, I was mostly running either light, invis, ARN, heal gun, sonar, and frag grenade, Or when I switched over to the heavy class, I either used the Shack or Flamethrower with the Winch Claw, Pyromine, RPG, and Dome Shield. Both of those classes would go on to be almost essentially shelled for the season. Going into the second month, I actually exclusively played with the Dematerializer, AKM, Defib, Jump Pad, and Zipline. A quick note, the Defib was a personal choice that I brought along for some extra fun kills. It is absolutely not good practice to defib your teammates in TDM 90% of the time. I just needed to do things to keep myself busy and entertained, as I was touching on earlier. So defib kills it was. This is the kit that took me from the top 500 or so into the top 10. It really embodied the whole W playstyle with that zipline in there and the double movement. Along the journey, I ran into a lot of the same players, one of them being Voiceless, who ran the F-Car, pretty much exclusively. The F-Car was always my favorite gun, but because of its mag size, I didn't really consider it for TDM. Again, that is until I ran into Voiceless, that inspired my next kit, which is the Dematerializer, F-Car, Defib, Jump Pad, and Frag Grenade. Because of the chaos in TDM and the frequency of respawning, having a frag grenade every single time you spawn is huge. There were multiple games where I landed myself over 10 kills with just frag grenades alone. I learned that I didn't need double movement to be aggressive, and I understood the spawn system, so I was just able to flow and rotate around the map, collecting kills significantly easier than I was with that double movement setup. That really is all there is to it. This grind is a mental battle and a time battle way more than it is a skill test. It is achievable, but frankly, I think you should strongly consider how badly you want this before committing. I personally will not be attempting anything like this again for quite some time or ever. I hope I was able to shine some light on this topic for y'all. My name is Merch, have a great one, and I'll catch you later. Peace.
That definitely gave that guy a jump scare. That definitely scared the bejesus out of that guy.